Am I the jerk if I back out of my best friend's wedding because the best man is my cheating ex-fiance? Pushed by you, lieththelium, jump into the worst week of my life. I was with my ex-fiance for 6 years. Loved him with every fiber of my being and had our wedding planned for August. I turned down a job offer so I could move with him for his next Air Force assignment. On Monday, a call girl from a website called Message Republic texted him in the middle of the night saying she was reaching out to old clients because she was back in the game. His phone was at my house while he was flying. I texted back telling her she must have the wrong number. She said she did not. In a rare moment of clarity, I pretended to be him instead of the jealous girlfriend, and the call girl gave me all the details. I am such a fool. This had been happening under my nose for years. I confronted him. He claimed to be a sex addict and promised to change. I considered it for half a second and said no. Uncontrolled crying, self-doubt, a battery of steady dust, awkward encounters with him, a fight over the ring. His room mom whom I loved, calling me non-stop, begging me to reconsider on and on. And on top of all this, my best friend and marrying his best friend on May 11th. My groom doesn't want to rock the boat by picking a new best man. And the bird says she was way too much on her plate and he's begging me to just go through with it, promising to make it up to me. I would never hate it to human being as much as I hate him. I can't be same room with him, let alone walk arm in arm with him. I understand that the whole wedding does not need to fall apart just because I'm upset, but I just want to skip it. I spent the day doing the leftover positives from my wisdom tooth operation. If as many tender doors as I can find who don't mind that I will have my sword and burn all his crap. Would I be the jerk if I backed out to the wedding? Is it okay, guys? I don't know what the verdict is, but whether you both were the jerk or not the jerk. Instead, I should go anywhere here to support my friend. We've been friends since before we were born. Our moms were Qley's roommates. Your arguments were the most convincing. I'm going to suck it up, participate, have fun, and make my lock skin image the text from Panama where she said, "Remember, you like to bomb well." So where I get sad, I have instant memory of who really is, and then when it's all over, I'm going to scream myself hoarse and beat the ever living crap out of my pillows. If I can update a week from now, I will. I still have a lot of reading to do. So thank you all for commenting. You too, guys. I will be here the worst week of my life and have been crying almost non-stop since the end. Last Monday or Tuesday or whatever. I need to clear up people calling my best friend the jerk. That just is not the case at all. I love her as much as I love any person on the planet. And she is my back, but this wedding is now a week away. It's not as simple as kicking me out or asking me as fans not to come. Everyone is furious with him, but only she. He and I know the details about the call girls, my ex-friends, grandparents, and everyone else will be at the wedding. He's as close with the groom as I am with her. If they make big change now, the day becomes about what he did, not about the wedding. It's not my place to demand that the groom change his best man a week out. No less. Plus, like I said, he knows my ex cheated, but he does not know my ex was sleeping with position. If bringing that up, this whole week will become about that. My best friend and her groom being jerks is not even an option on the table. They did not do anything wrong and are just reacting with the best information they have. My friend has even offered to let me and my ex-friends walk in with other people or separately. But I'm not going to do that, first of all, because I think it will look weird, and secondly, because I forces getting a sick sense of satisfaction from touching him one last time, forbidden having him know that his spark he feels could have been forever come August. But he screwed it up. Update 2 days later. Is it possible for a cheater to change? It is almost an incredible situation because if you had asked me last Sunday, I would have told you I had a perfect relationship. Monday night, he was flying. He is a pilot in the Air Force and had left his phone at my house in the middle of the night in Buzzed. It was a cool girl named Panama who had quit for a while and was reaching out to all clients because she needed money. I looked into his phone. We share passwords on almost everything. Initially told her she had the wrong number, but far too much of what she said was identifiable to him. I confronted him when he got home and he did not try to deny it at all. He confessed that he had seen two separate call girls for about a year, sometimes at the same time. He claims he is a sex addict and has been in treatment for about a year. I knew he was in counseling, but I thought it was a for grief over a friend of his dying overseas. He promised me that he has not seen either of the girls for 18 months and that it is the only time he is ever cheated in the 6 years we've been together. Last week I was livid, couldn't stand neglect. Last night in a moment of weakness, I called him because I just wanted to hear it from him one more time. Why he did it, why he needed call us. I was so open to trying anything in vain. Just why? And the truth is I missed him so much. It's killing me, so a part of me just wanted to hear his voice and know what that he is alive in this world. We ended up having the friendliest conversation we had since I found out over the course of about 4 hours. The reality is I still love him. I love everything about him except the cuss part. He's broken over this. He's taken himself off here the flying schedule in the middle of his instructor upgrade, which may very well be a career stellar, and he is doubted upon his counseling sessions. He has not told lied to me. He has not yelled at me. He has not blamed me for anything. Because if there's a right away from cheater to act, he's doing it. All of this complicated because we are scheduled to be made of honor. Best man and our respective best friend wedding this coming Saturday. Both of us agree that we don't want our drama to get in the way of their big day. So while we are not doing together, we are going to put on our happy faces for the 4 minutes we have to do around each other. But I am already going to break when I see him tall, glorious, and handsome in these talks. I am so devastated. I don't know what to do. I miss him more than I miss any other person, but I also hate him more than I hate my another person. What is the in the hell should I do? Can I cheat on every change? Second update 6 days later. I will look into his throwaway a couple of times over the past weekend. Honest to God, have 15 DMs and comments asking me to update. So here goes. Some of you may also know that my story get featured on major news website and blogs. It was crazy. I left way too much indefensible info in my post, so pretty much my entire social circle knew it was me, and that was also how much everyone figured out my ex had been cheating. We had a meeting among the four of us to decide whether or not to proceed. We pretty much agreed that not showing up would cause more drama and whisper than if we did. So we decided to be civil and stay in our respective places. But having to spend that hours or so in the same room with him just filled me with adrenaline and pure rage. That led into the bachelorette party that night where I got freaking hammered and honest to God made out with so many guys while dancing that I can't even count. I also ended up having my first one night stand at her with a 20 years old super cute guy from a university wrestling team who was so sweet. I'm not proud of doing that, but I'm also not ashamed at either because it made me feel desirable. Almost like I was going into the wedding day and rehearsal with some parody like, hey, I can be naughty too. X of course paired up to rehearsal and I hate to admit this, but we had an absolute blast with each other. It was a mistake that we had such a great and fun relationship. We are very comfortable. It probably also worked because we were able to put the issue instead the focus on something else. The wedding was very touch and same way. We worked arm in arm down the aisle with big miming and genuine smiles because we were there for our friends. I had prepared a really nasty mate of her toast that would have promised my friend and her living friend relationship, loyalty and truthfulness. I even included a line about never knowing who might call in the middle of the night, but as the reception wore on, I could tell the weight of the situation was really getting onto my ex, and I felt like I did not need to twist the knife any further, so I gave to nice but very generic twist instead. As the night went on, my ex became more and more withdrawn, sitting by himself either on his phone or with his head in his hands. I did not want people talking about him, so I asked him to dance with me, which was actually really nice since neither of us said anything. At the end of it, he put his hands around my face like he was going to kiss me, and I would have totally let him in that moment, but just whispered how sorry he was and walked away. I got distracted and when I turned around, he had apparently left the reception. I had hate myself for it, but I was so sad to see him to go. He was on this wedding was literally the last thing we had to do with each other. The sole expression of Game of Thrones founders of Bloody Mary branches with his mom. We won't argue over how bad behavior, smells, or who forget to put gas in the car. The reality of him just being able to live without me arguing that I'm not ready to get yet. Classic introvert pairing hair sunk in that this is over. Like over. I went and cried, unfortunately, in the brutal kitchen until the bride found me and we cried together for a good half an hour. At the moment, I knew I had made the right choice by being there for my friend. So that's that. The wedding is over and done with. No real drama, just lots and lots of hard feelings and huge broken heart that I am not sure will ever be healed. Maybe I could just turn off loving him, but it's not going to happen. It did. Last words on this, guys, and I really honestly just want to say thank you. This sub has been such an amazing place and absolutely costed me into the right decision. Thank you so much for the words of encouragement. I will know when. I know I will. Right now. I'm so fresh and I just keep thinking, God, if you had not been up at night worrying about work, you never would have seen the text coming and you would be ignorant to all of this and happy. But that's not healthy because wishing to live an uninformed and ignorant life is never what I wanted. Anyway, I'm indulging in self-pity and I don't want to do that anymore. This has been a crazy ride and I just want to say thank you. And Fox News, you kind of suck.